What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck OLED gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna do Watch Dogs 2, or at least try to. This one does say it's not supported, and I did not have very good luck with the last two unsupported games, so it might be playable, it might just own me in the face. We'll have to wait and see. But this game was actually requested to be played on that little Firebat mini PC. But as usual, I feel like I'll always try to do the other videos too. Like if somebody asks for one, I'll do it on everything. Because I always think to myself, well, if that guy wants that, there might be one person out there in the whole world who's like, oh man, I really wish somebody would make a, blank video. And that could be me. So I'm gonna sit here today and we're gonna do Watch Dogs 2. So long as it lets me. And if it doesn't, I'll just show you how it fails, what I tried, and obviously I'll look on Google. That's what I do after trying my usual little Proton stuff. I'll go look on Google and see if anybody has an easy solution, but half the time it's, oh yeah, the solution is install Windows. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I've already got two allies. Windows is not touching my Steam Decks. I could understand that if it was your only way to play and you only had a Steam Deck. Then, yeah, you might as well dual boot. Then you get the best of both worlds. You can play anything on Windows, and then you can, when you're not using something Windows-based, you can go right back to SteamOS. And I don't know, I just really like the way SteamOS works. I mean, my favorite feature is just being able to come up being like, all right, I'm gonna shut that off, and when I come back a couple hours later, it might be like 1% or 2% down on battery versus my Ally, where I was like, all right, let's do that. All right, come back. Why won't my thing turn on? Oh, it's dead. Great. And I had all the stuff turned on, like extreme power saving, hibernation, all that shit turned on, and it still would die. I don't know, maybe there was just some weird goofy shit going on with my Ally though. I don't want to sit here and insult an entire, line of handhelds just because mine's acting up a little or doing something goofy, But anyway, that's about it. So I might not be able to get any footage once we get to the, or screen recorded footage once we get to the desktops and the laptops. That happened with the first game, I don't know. It just refused to work. So just a warning. Hell, even Relive wouldn't let me use it. The only thing that actually let me get any footage was my capture card for the Steam Deck and Ally, and then Shadowplay for NVIDIA let me record. Other than that, nothing else really worked properly. And hell, I didn't even have sound for a couple of my capture computer videos, even though it said sound was coming through. But anyway, that's like a 3-minute intro. Sorry about that. I usually try to keep these short, but sometimes they go a little long. So let's not make it any longer, and let's get into the game.
All right, these are the settings we're gonna go with. 720p. Normally I do 800p, but can't do that when I have it hooked up to the capture computer. It's not an option. And there we go. Now why don't we get into that game? All right, here we are in game. And FPS-wise, it was very playable the whole time. At least here. Maybe it wouldn't be later, but at least here it is. The only thing that's annoying is I can't get rid of these stupid Ubisoft Connect windows. Now I know on the desktop in Windows, if you have a keyboard, you can just hit, I think it's Shift F2 to get rid of it. But can't do that here. I don't have Shift F2. So that is definitely a little annoying, but maybe somebody knows how to get rid of that, so I don't want to just not do the whole video just because of that. I just tried to ignore it the best I could. Alright, so we got one dude. There's probably more than that. But for now, let's just deal with him, I think. Where's he gonna go? He's gonna go over there, huh? Alright, well, let's just go over here to cover, and then go over here, and we'll just try to sneak up on the motherfucker. Alright, here we go. Oh, okay. Let's go around here and see if we can't get him this way. He probably would have seen me, although if I can get him fast enough, it probably doesn't matter. Here we go. Oh, and again, I should mention, I don't know if this is why it worked eventually. It could have just been dumb luck, but to get this thing to work, I tried like 5 or 6 times, and it kept on telling me it couldn't validate my purchase. But then I went and put it to Proton GE 5, I believe, 9-5. Then it worked. It still took a while to initialize, but it eventually worked. So if you have any trouble with that, try that out. Although, who knows, maybe if I would have just kept trying Insanity and just reloading it without any of that over and over again, maybe it would have eventually worked. Just throwing that out there, though, for anyone who has any trouble. I think I mentioned that again in the camera recorded section, but I can't remember, so I wanted to make sure I mentioned it at least once. And the funny thing is, this processor is better than either of those. I think it just doesn't know what the hell it is. It told me this on my Alienware laptop too, and I had a good chuckle. I was like, yeah, the 16-core 32-thread CPU, man. I think it's like a 7455HX or something like that. It's a bunch of numbers. It's hard to remember all these processor numbers, but it's basically a 16-core 32-thread chip. And they're like, yeah, you need at least an i5 2400S or a FX 6120. And I'm like, yeah, I definitely want an FX CPU versus this freaking Ryzen 7000 series 16-core. Absolutely. I think I had one of those i5. Not a 2400, but I had a 2500. I definitely had a 2500K and an i5 2600 that came in an HP. Alright. At this point, I had no idea how to get in there, so I'm like, do I need like a freaking key card from this guy or something? I was confused. But it's okay. I figured it out eventually. I was like, wait, does he have a key card? No. There we go. We figured it out.
You're wasting your time. He's not in.
Gotcha.
So that's him.
He's got a gun. Is that a problem?
Well, problems are why you keep me around, right?
Time him. I'm curious.
Too late. He's in.
Already?
Don't play out on them.
I have no idea.
Nuh-uh. No synonyms either. Give me a real answer.
I'm just not that into aliens or video games.
It's not just any alien. It's
Oh, come on. Anyone else having a problem with their phone? Ooh, what? Oh, God. Oh, God!
Alright. This seems like a good spot to move on to camera, so let's go ahead and do just that.
Alright, here we go with some camera recorded gameplay. I wished I could get rid of those stupid Ubisoft Connect warning things in the corner up there. They're very annoying, but as far as I can tell, you can't do nothing with them. So maybe somebody knows how to get rid of them, but I don't. Doesn't really seem to be anything in here. Find the key. Alright, so it wants me to hack that. I figured one of these two guys would have the key.
Huh. Well, this is definitely peculiar. What the hell do you guys want me to do? It's got a thing going to this guy, that's why I thought maybe he's got a key card or something. Okay, there's another camera up there at least, so maybe it's just something to do around here. Another camera over here. There we go. Then we can hack. Okay. And I think if I back out, I should be able to get in now, right? Yep. Yeah, not gonna lie, this is completely playable. Maybe there's parts in the game where it just starts crashing or something. Or if this stuff happens and they were like, okay, well if that's gonna be in the corner, we're just gonna say this is unsupported because nobody's gonna want to deal with that crap.
Figured we'd give him a test drive.
On the hardest difficulty, nobody's been able to delete their CTOS profile before.
I want to see if he's smart, stubborn, or both.
Yeah, way to freaking hide, you idiot. Screw this, I'm just gonna kill this guy. Or he's gonna kill me, one of the two.
What the hell? I need to reload. He's hit. Christ.
And there we go. Nah, they got me. That was stupid. I don't know why the hell it didn't just make me hide. So if I can't, like, crouch behind stuff anymore, I guess that's game over. Well, it doesn't look like I can go any farther up, so I'm just gonna have to try to sneak past these people, but they see like everything I do because I can't hide behind anything. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So what's his deal?
He was raised in Oakland but was born in...
His deal is, he's been hanging around the DedSec IRC and he's got cred. Figured we'd give him a test drive.
On the hardest difficulty, nobody's been able to delete their CTOS profile before.
I want to see if he's smart, stubborn, or both.
Alright, is that everybody? No, there's still one guy right there. I thought I saw someone else in here. Anybody else? Okay.
He's done this before.
CTOS tagged him as the prime suspect in a high-tech burglary, so...
He's done time.
Community service. Not enough evidence. Just the word of CTOS's predictive algorithms. onto the system.
Always in the system.
Holy shit. He went for it.
You won't have much time before the backups kick in.
Alright though, I think that's probably enough for camera recorded gameplay, so why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up. Well alright guys, that's a wrap for Watch Dogs 2 on the Steam Deck OLED, and FPS wise it seemed very playable, at least in this earlier area. Maybe it would have dropped down to 20 FPS once we got into the city, but I doubt it. It's kind of how the first game acted. Where I was, kind of kept the same FPS no matter where I went, so should be more than 30 plus even when you get to the city, at least on low. Now, since it says unsupported, I don't know if it's because of those stupid windows that were in the corner, I couldn't get those to go away. It was basically always warning me, hey, your GPU driver's out of date and your CPU is weak. So I was like, okay, but at the same time, it seemed to do just fine. I mean, fine enough for what I was expecting a Steam Deck to do. I was not expecting to go in, put everything to ultra 4K and get 120 FPS. Some people really think that, and then they're very disappointed, and then they say the device sucks. And it's like, well, what were you expecting? You set your expectations too high, man. That's why I don't do that. I have realistic expectations of almost everything. Unless I get, fooled by specs or something like that. Sometimes something can seem like, oh man, that's gonna be so good. Then you actually get it, and it's like, wow, this isn't as good as I was expecting. Damn. But anyway, if you can put up with those stupid little Ubisoft things up in the corner, or you know how to get rid of them, which I'm sure most people probably do, then it seems very playable. But maybe that's why it was unsupported, just from that alone, because I didn't think anybody was going to want to deal with that. Or it could just crash and have horrible FPS at some points in the game, or maybe some videos don't have audio. Stuff like that is reasons why they would call a game unsupported. But from what I played here, it seems playable if you can deal with that stupid text in the corner of the screen. But in any case, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.